Could you please shut up? Could you please get the Pokemon?
Number?
613.
What's the very Mysterio Pokemon?
Oh my God. That's what I thought earlier today.
Cubchoo. C-U-B-C-H.
Hey, we're working. That's good. Why did I do that? Not today.
I'm going to have to go out to the store.
What?
After the podcast, because I won't have time to go tomorrow.
Hey, we're working. That's good.
And I have to bring food to the union meeting on Monday.
By the store? I take it you mean ShopRite?
No, Costco.
Danielle, you don't have to get food for me or anything. I'm fine.
I understand.
Unless there's stuff you want.
Did you just hear what I said?
Something about the school. I was doing this.
Yeah, I have to go because I have to get stuff for the union meeting on Monday. I'm in charge of snacks.
Well, you know what I heard makes really great snacks?
Ricola?
Yes. I was going to say candy from Exxon. But Ricola's good too. Ricola. We will be going live in just a matter. Well, we are live. We'll be starting the show in a matter of seconds. People.
Screw.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
I actually didn't read the whole text thread. What the?
I can't talk about it I can't talk about it live.
Oh,
I can talk to you about it after.
sure.
I would love to. Okay, that's done. This goes away. This is good. That's good. Did you say the Pokemon yet?
Cubchoo?
Cubchoo.
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 All right, I think we're good. 3. Yeah. Feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh well. 3, 2, 1. Go Nintendo Podcast, Webisode 613, the Cubchoo Podcast.
Cubchoo is a bipedal earth sign Pokemon with a light blue head and neck. It has slightly pointed head with large round ears, shiny dark oval eyes, and a darker blue muzzle. Cubchoo has a shiny dark nose from which a considerable amount of light blue nasal mucus, the source of its attacks.
Well, Marie, could you tell us about the Pokemon, please?
Cubchoo is a bipedal earth sign Pokemon with a light blue head and neck. It has slightly pointed head with large
slightly pointed
ears,
head,
shiny dark oval eyes, and a darker blue muzzle. Cubchoo has a shiny dark nose from which a considerable amount of light blue nasal mucus, the source of its attacks, droops. The lower part of its body is white. It has rounded forepaws, digitless feet with black paw pads, and a small round tail. Cubchoo's nose is constantly running. It inhales the mucus and uses it in its attacks. If it is in bad health, the mucus becomes watery, which weakens its ice-type techniques.
Can I see this thing?
Cubchoo shall henceforth be known as Snot Bear.
Oh, I know what he looks like. Okay, never mind. Yep.
Yep.
At least he's a nice light blue, not like boogery green.
At least he's cute.
Or yellow with red streaks.
Cubchoo's number 613. It's an ice-type Pokemon.
Wait, red streaks?
Yeah, bugs. I mean blood.
Sometimes when you blow really hard when you got a cold.
Or if you've used too much nasal spray.
Or if you use too much nasal spray, yeah. It doesn't happen to me. I don't know why she's saying that to me. She's the one
He's been pushing nasal spray like 24/7, and you're not supposed to do that.
That's not true. She's deathly afraid of using nasal spray. She thinks she's gonna wind up in an alley,
you're not supposed to
for her next hit. Yeah, it's you use it when you're sick. So twice every 24 hours maybe, and then when you're not sick, you wean yourself off of it. That's it. So 3 days, twice every 24 hours, and she's thinking she's gonna be I need my next hit every 15 minutes. She didn't even know about nasal spray until we started dating. She's like, "What's this? I can't use this." Right? Oh, that's it. Your mom made you like deathly afraid of it.
It grossed her out.
Yeah, there you go. Well, it works. Oh yeah, because the first time she used it, she was like, "Oh my God, it works so well." And I was like, "Yeah, it's like the one like." I feel it's like the one over-the-counter medicine that 100% of the time does what it's supposed to do. Like you take like cold medicine, you're like, I feel a little bit better, but you use nasal spray and you're like, oh my God, this is amazing. I don't know how it does what it does, but it works really well.
Sorry,
It constricts your blood vessels in your nose.
I got so much blood and vessels in the rest of my body.
Yeah, plenty.
Anyway.
Well,
please continue.
Its abilities include Snow Cloak or Slush Rush. Its hidden ability is Rattled. It weighs 18 pounds, and it's almost 2 feet tall, and you can't teach that.
You guys want to go on a slush rush? Hello, too. I'm doing it right this time. Son Goku 420. It's a Trap Productions, Fangs the Wolf, Robert Bear, Bankeron Animations, Squid Bee, Carefree Captain, Liquid Metal, Chris, Magic Troopa, Red Dragon, Giant Reggie, and whoever else I missed. SD Stick Hero, thanks for joining us this week. I appreciate it, or this weekend. Mom Brain, can I please have the glasses cleaner? Thank you. So let's talk about the most important thing that happened this week. Mom Brain started watching Riverdale.
Yeah.
And
I almost finished watching Riverdale, too.
she
So
went nuts yesterday.
I came down with a nasty virus and had to come home sick on Friday.
I'm sorry.
And so, well, I feel better now. Thank you. It was a rough couple of days, and so all I could do is sit on the couch, and Ramit was like, "Do you want to start watching Riverdale?" And I was like, "Yes, I do." So
What do you think of it?
I started watching. I recognize that it is utterly ridiculous, and I have like very little background in regards to like the Archie comics. You know, like I have like a very, very basic
I'm sure
knowledge.
most people watching the show probably,
Probably don't even know
about Archie.
Yeah.
So I imagine that there's probably a good amount of like fan service that I'm missing. But I mean, it's a pretty like overly dramatic, ridiculous.
Yeah,
It's supposed to be like a teen drama.
Yeah.
like a soap opera.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's like kind of like a little bit of a guilty pleasure.
That's funny you say guilty pleasure, because I was thinking about that phrase this week. So, yeah, Riverdale, for what it is, I think is fantastic. Yes, it's not like I would be like, hey, you know what's really good?
Like quality
Game of
television.
Thrones, American Gods.
Yeah.
And I mean, I would also say Riverdale, but I wouldn't put like it's not on the same level.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was actually reading an article all about like what they call prestige television shows.
Yes.
And the guy writing the article actually mentioned Riverdale, and he said, it's not great, but it's very watchable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's I wouldn't be like it's the most well-written, amazing show I've ever seen, but I would say, yeah, it's good. It's fun. Like it's an easy watch. And it keeps you entertained and interested. And
That's what it is. It's entertaining.
I think that's all it needs to be. But yes, guilty pleasures. I was thinking about that because somebody was talking about games that they play, and they're like, "Oh, I play this as a guilty pleasure." Blah blah. I don't think people should have to feel guilty about things that pleasure them, as long as they're not out like to hurt people, or hurt themselves. Like when it comes to wrestling, like a lot of people would be like, "Oh, they'd be afraid to talk about it out in public because they'd be." Afraid of the backlash or what people would think of them for watching it. And I think people need to get over that stupid crap. Like if you like Riverdale, say you like Riverdale. And if people are going to crap on you, let them crap on you. But guilty pleasures.
It's only a guilty pleasure depending on the crowd you're in when you're talking about
I
it.
know.
Like I can't imagine having any guilty. Well, that's not true. If there was like a show I loved that was like uber stereotypically girly, I might consider it a guilty pleasure if I was talking to you guys about it.
I know you get uncomfortable when we ask questions about like Outlander.
Yeah.
But that's not
Which
a
you really
guilty
shouldn't
pleasure.
be.
That's not really a guilty
You
pleasure.
shouldn't
pleasure.
feel guilty for liking something. Like that's what that's what the
nothing wrong with a little
entertainment.
romance.
That's what the entertainment is out there
It's
for.
historical romance.
Exactly.
Entertainment is there to entertain you, and if you enjoy it, don't feel guilty about it. Unless your motives are unpure, like you're watching Riverdale because you think, well, all those kids aren't really high schoolers, so I guess it doesn't matter. But, if you're watching like Sesame Street because like you get off on the puppets, then all right, that's a bit of a guilty Muppets. The Muppets, that's a bit of a guilty pleasure.
I guess as long as you're aware of how stupid certain things are, and I'm not going to name any names, but then
Yes.
as long as you're aware, then that's fine.
Like when it comes to wrestling, I am 1,000,000% aware that it is everything that wrestling encompasses as far as storylines and all that stuff is very dumb.
Okay. But yeah, sometimes I'm not sure that we enjoy it for the same reasons.
I do enjoy that's the thing. When I go into watching something, I'm like, all right, this is the universe that's giving me, and I'm going to accept all that. And if I find the content in there interesting, then I stick with it. But yeah, like in wrestling, I can appreciate the what the wrestlers do physically and all that stuff. But yeah, when it comes to like the all-encompassing storylines and all that stuff, yes, it's over the top and it's ridiculous. But I have no problem with any of that because it entertains me. So yeah, like I said, that came up because there was a game discussion earlier this week. SD Siguro says, "Thanks. Now I feel guilty." RMC, don't feel guilty about anything.
That's the whole point. Don't feel guilty.
Like what you like. Red Dragon says, "My sister knows some of the actors in Outlander."
So what?
And SD Siguro says,
Depends on who it is.
RMC appreciates wrestlers physically. There are some.
hear you.
There are some. I mean, Mom Brain does too, but
You sure do.
I sure do. All right, so there's a couple things I got to mention this week. First off, if you haven't seen a new Parents Play, you should go check out the new Parents. Hello, Steister. You should go check out the new Parents Play because
I heard you had a guest editor.
there was a guest editor. It is Name of Austin over from That One Show Fun on YouTube, who does Egg Busters and many other things. He has been saying for a while now that he wanted to edit an episode, and I felt bad having him do it, but he legitimately likes this series. So we had the Mario Kart episode, and I was like, hey, do you want to give it a shot? And he said, yeah. So he took time to edit it, and it's on his YouTube channel over at That One Show Fun, or it's on our YouTube channel as well. So go check that out because he did a fantastic job. He, by and large, he took this pretty much a similar approach to what I do, but he also did some things that I would have never thought to do. And it's great to see that kind of stuff because it gives you, different ideas for your own editing.
Your dad liked that you do. Your dad liked that Name of Austin did it, but you're like, Dad, I do that too, Dad.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's
He wishes Austin was his son now.
Well, so my dad watched the episode, and he was like, I really like how he had the camera with all of our faces. And I said, Dad, I do that every single week. Like, we've been doing.
It's different. It's different when he does it.
I was like, what the hell, man? I said he did so many things in an episode that I've never done, and you pick out the one thing that I do. And he's like, I don't know, I'm not paying attention. So yeah, long story short, Austin is his new son. So yeah, go check out that episode. Like I said, it's on either YouTube channel, but it is fantastic. He did a really good job with it. I think it's like 20 minutes long. Our version is just slightly different because I wanted to make sure people watching the version on our YouTube channel knew that Austin edited it. And I also did a little blurb at the end to thank him for all that. So if you just want the episode without that content, you can go over to his YouTube channel and see. But thank you, Austin. It was amazing. He said he's up to do it again in the future. Obviously, he's not going to do it all the time because he's working on a million things on his own. But yeah, we'll have him return at some point, I'm sure. And hopefully you enjoyed that episode if you watched, and if you didn't, go check it out. It's I mean, I'm biased because it's my parents, but it's really funny. I thought it was really funny. I saw this episode just like you guys. I had no idea what was coming from the editing. Obviously, I was there when I recorded it, but I had no idea what to expect from the edited episode. I was, yeah. Most of it, I was.
Check out these store brand Mucinex cough and colds. They're like shiny.
There you go.
Right?
They're like it's not like they are. It's like a matte. It's like a matte nail polish finish.
Not as shiny as like an Advil.
Yeah.
Weird.
So there's that. Check that out if you haven't. Hello, Sergio ALB64. I feel like I haven't seen you in forever. Colma came into the chat and said, he was saying, Blue Husky, are you around? And then he goes, oh, it's podcast time. I'll come later, and then left. Thanks, Colma.
Who's Blue Husky?
I don't know,
It's
but he
not
has.
us. It's
Oh, yeah, I
everybody
know.
else.
It's he's got something important to talk about with somebody. So the other thing I have to talk about is the weirdness that happened with me and McDonald's this week. So there is a video
It
of
gave
this.
me diarrhea.
There is a video this week on YouTube, on
That's
our
not
YouTube
weird.
channel, if you want, if you want to check it out. So yeah, I literally started work one day and I had a direct message or I had a tweet from McDonald's on Twitter saying, "You up?" Saying, hey, can you DM us? We want to ask you something. And I was like, is this really McDonald's? Like, what the hell do they want to talk to me for? And it was, and I talked, and they said they were sending me something, and it showed up yesterday, so I unboxed it, and they sent me, well, I won't spoil it if you haven't seen it, but it is McDonald's and Nintendo related, so go check that out, and thank you to McDonald's for reaching out, and thank you to Nintendo as well, because they're involved, but McDonald's, but thank you very much.
Our
It was
McDonald's is, well, so a little bit of a funny backstory.
Just a little bit of fun this week.
Our local McDonald's
I talked about this in the video.
is being renovated. And so last year about this time, to go way back, last year about this time, our community has a rubber ducky race in the river.
Oh,
And there was an enormous inflatable rubber ducky to promote the event. And the rubber ducky was stolen and nobody knows, or nobody knew where it went,
but
who took it.
It was recovered, right?
But it ended up being recovered like in the woods and all was well again. So now fast forward to this year, our local McDonald's is being renovated and the Ronald McDonald statue that sat on a bench inside was stolen and just returned recently. But everybody that we knew thought that maybe Raw Meat Cowboy had something to do with the disappearance
Yeah,
of the
so
Ronald
when
McDonald.
McDonald's got in touch with me and I posted about it, people that live around here were like, they're getting in touch with you about that Ronald that's been stolen. And I was like, man, I wish I had that thing.
They're baiting you. Now he ended up back. The police won't say where he was found or what happened to him, but that no charges.
Yeah,
were
you know
being
why? Because the
pressed or
police
anything.
stole him. That's why.
Why would
Yeah.
they do that? though?
Because he got that dick hole in him. That's why.
Yeah, he has like a little hole like right in his crotch. Like it was meant like it. That's just.
People would like drop stuff in there. People are weird. There were like French fries and money dropped into his crotch.
Yeah.
Then why would the police take it?
That's why they want to get the treasures of the dick hole.
Ew.
Let's empty this baby out. See what he got in here.
We live in
Ketchup
a very
packets.
lovely
They wanted to
place.
confiscate all the garbage inside him? Is that what you're saying?
We're here to get Ronald McDonald's dick hole garbage.
Such a weird conversation.
I'm just amazed they got him back. Like when I heard it was stolen, I was like, well, he's gone forever. They're never getting that thing back. But they did. So yeah, you can check out that McDonald's unboxing video, and it's not like I'm opening a box. I'm like, oh look, here's hamburgers or anything. It's Nintendo related, so go check that out. I guess that's all the extra news I got to talk about. So now we'll get into. SC Secure says, "Is that why RC stole it to use the hole?" Cannot comment on this matter. Let's get into the news. So Epic, who makes the Unreal Engine. Obviously, there's Unreal Engine 4 support on the Switch, and the two companies got together to talk about their relationship. This is Nintendo and Unreal at the Switch and Unreal, making game development more unreal 2017 panel. This was at the Unreal Fest West 2017. There was an Epic rep there as well as a Nintendo rep. They were on stage talking about this. And they discussed why it took so long for this kind of partnership to happen. So Epic says they couldn't negotiate directly with Nintendo until they established Epic Games Japan, which happened in 2009. And at that time, the Wii U had just released, and Epic was ending support for Unreal Engine 3. So they say it was really bad timing, and that's why it took us a while to get to the support that we have now. Epic says they always wanted to support Nintendo consoles, and the desire is finally realized with the Switch. And Epic was provided with development materials from Nintendo since Switch was early on in development and still being called NX. So Epic was in on it at a very early stage. And Nintendo had been receiving requests to have Unreal Engine 3 titles on the Wii U, so that's why they kept in touch with Epic, because they wanted to make something happen in the future. Developers were interested in using Unreal Engine 4 on Switch because that's the era that we're in right now, and a lot of game companies are going to use that engine. Hello, Andrew Eisen. Good to see you. Past Nintendo consoles use hardware and unique architecture, so they had to provide their own tools to developers. But the Switch uses PC architecture, which makes it match up well with middleware and game engines. This also makes the Switch more open when compared to Nintendo's past consoles. So all this was a win as far as Epic goes when it comes to Unreal Engine. And a major update for Unreal Engine 4, if Switch was the only version that was delayed, there could have been issues in creating games. So that's why version 4.15's update of the Unreal Engine 4 formally supports Switch. And they say that was their first goal with the update. So they're getting a lot of requests from indie developers right now that want to release on Switch because they're using Unreal Engine 4. And they also have the option to get development tools sold at a lower price than usual to let these developers get in there. And there's also a free version coming. And that free version is getting final adjustments right now. And that's being worked on by both Nintendo and Epic. So indie developers will have an even easier time in the future getting their games onto the Switch. And this is planning to be supported in version 4.16, which is going to be released this month, they say. No, we don't need to do that. So they showed off on stage a vehicle game demo for Switch that was made with one of these dev kits. And they said in order for it to be playable on Switch, all they had to do was push a single button. This dev process that they have allows them to very easily bring something from PC to Switch. And they said performance adjustments and optimizations will obviously still be required after this to get the game running as best as it can on Switch. But the basic pace of porting is very simple. And they also show that local multiplayer can be done very easily as well. It's not a lot of work that needs to go into that. As a matter of fact, they added local multiplayer support to this vehicle game demo in just a couple of minutes. And also, it provides support for Switch exclusive features like how you hold the Joy-Con, so horizontally or vertically. And then you can also set performance details between the Switch's TV and portable modes. And this allows you to do differed and forward renderings, clustered forward rendering. And this stuff is specific to the Switch, these rendering modes. And then I showed off another user-made game. And the only thing that changed during the importing process was the resolution. And I said, so the demonstration ran at 720p, but with some optimization, they could do 1080p, no problem. And you can see that footage in a video below. So if you go check out the post, you can see the demonstration that they put on to show what Unreal Engine 4 could potentially do on Switch. Entity has the first comment, and he says, articles like this makes the wait for E3 even harder. We might not see 20 new games or even 10, but I'm sure we'll at least get 2 to 3 surprises. And I really want to see some devs who love to push hardware show what the Switch is capable of. Well, hopefully you will see that. Yes, there's without a doubt going to be some surprises at E3. I'm not saying that from a position of knowing what those are going to be, but I can tell you that, I mean, it's E3. There's always some surprises. So I'm sure we're going to get confirmation on some of the games we know exist and haven't been officially confirmed by Nintendo. But there will be games from Nintendo and other companies that we've never even heard of. Very quickly, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe has taken the #1 position in the UK charts for all of April in 2017. And Zelda managed to hang in there at #6 overall. So Mario Kart at 1, then Ghost Recon, then Grand Theft Auto 5, then Lego Worlds, then FIFA, then The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and so on and so on. PRC Nintendo USA says 2 Nintendo titles in the top 10 are great, but holy crap, Grand Theft Auto 5 still topping the charts nearly 5 years after its release? That is insane. People like to steal cars and shoot pedestrians. Yeah, it's not like Grand Theft Auto games release often, But Rockstar does a great job with releasing content updates for those games, and that has the whole online feature as well, which is, completely separate from the storyline games. So there's a lot of replay content there to be had. Hello, Oregano. We also have, if you want to see, I did a quick unboxing of the Alm and Celica amiibo for Fire Emblem Echoes.
What do you even? Is that English?
ALM is a name. Alm. And Celica. Like
a Toyota.
Yes, like a Toyota Celica.
That was Nikki Hill's car. Right?
Oh my God, you're right. Wow, I didn't even think of that. You can see an unboxing video that I did. I did one very quickly for you guys. What's an alm?
Like alms for the poor. Like
oh, okay.
No, that's alm, not elm.
Alm. So you can check out that unboxing video if that's your 2 unboxing videos this week. Wow.
Easy.
MeReal says, man, some of your comments make me laugh out loud. I'm not even sure if you're intending to be funny, but hey, you're funny. Well, thank you, MeReal. That is very nice of you to say. Yeah, all that stuff is off the cuff, so I don't know what the hell I'm saying. And I'll watch it when I'm editing, and I'm like, why did I say this stuff? But then I put it out anyway. So I'm glad you enjoy it. Mr. Al Newman talked about Breath of the Wild and its open air concept and continuing to surprise players with future installments. So we'll get to the real nitty gritty. Basically, he's saying that they want to continue surprising Zelda players. And obviously, they're going to continue on with the open air concept because that worked out really well for them with Breath of the Wild. So he says here, it's not an easy thing to be able to answer expectations of all our users, but through this game, Breath of the Wild, I recognized again that the significance of continuing to create the series is right there. So in the future, I'd like to repeat doing quote unquote great fusses and provide surprises that exceed everyone's expectations. So when he says great fusses, basically what he's saying is like make a great fuss. So he's like, grand scope and scale. I want to make a big deal out of this next Zelda game. It's more of a literal translation, but yes, it's him basically saying, I want the next Zelda game to be a big deal. Yeah. Also,
I'm kind of a great fuss around here.
Also, it can be taken literally as confusion, which I don't think he meant.
Probably not.
I want to make a great confusion about this game. Entity says, next up is a Zelda on Rails sorter. Surprise! Yeah.
And he probably didn't mean that he's going to get really fussy.
No. He might, though. He might. Yeah, I got nothing against on Rails games. There have been some that I really like.
Yeah.
Like House of the Dead. What was it called? Overkill?
That sounds right.
And I really like the Dead Space one, Extraction. I thought that was a lot of fun too. What other on Rails? Oh God.
What was that? That game by Treasure.
That's exactly what I was
Sin
just
and
thinking of. Yes, Sin and Punishment. Yes, I like both those games. I don't remember. Yeah, I mean, technically it's on Rails. Elemental, I think it was called Elemental Gearbolt. That was on like the original PlayStation, I think. Yeah, I think the genre can be fun. I don't know if people would be happy to see the Legend of Zelda series go on to on Rails territory. But there's Link's crossbow training, and like I said in a video this week, Link's crossbow training is still one of the highest selling Zelda games of all time. And I think that's because it was sold with the Zapper, so people were just eager to get in on that. This week, I also did a video review of NBA Playgrounds, which is basically NBA Jam, but not NBA Jam in name. There are some other differences in there, like pacing and stuff like that, and obviously the visual approach as well. But if you want to know my thoughts on the game, you can do that. So this is how I do video reviews. I record all my audio first. Then I'm like, okay, I need this much audio, or I need this much video to go with the audio. So I go and I record the video. And this time, I recorded too much video, and it upset me because I played 2 games, Jesus Christ, I'm showing how little I know about sports. What do you call one basketball game? A match? A game. So I played 2 games. And I won both of them, but the second game was like back and forth the whole time, really down to the wire. And it was really, really good. And I wanted to show that one, but I didn't have enough footage in that one to show it. So now I just have this sitting on my external hard drive, and I'm like, well, I can watch it again. Like, I don't think if I put it on our YouTube channel now, anybody's going to care about it. I'm going to put it up there and be like, watch how good I did. Maybe something will come up in the future. But I was like, man, that was such an awesome basketball match. I want to share it with everybody. But
a b-ball match.
Did you see that basketball match tonight? My good Lord.
The 9 Mets are my favorite squadron.
So you can check out that video review if you want. Mutaker says, looks great. Can't wait to get it. Well, you can get it right now, and I hope you have it, and it is still great. Yeah, we'll do this. So this is Nintendo's president, Mr. Tatsumi Kimishima. He was talking to Nikkei, and Nikkei has a blurb in their most recent publication talking about their discussion with Mr. Kimishima. He's talking about Switch and projected sales and all that stuff. So I'll give you the full blurb. Nintendo President Tatsumi Kimishima struck a cautious note with reporters on April 27th, saying, I don't think we can readily achieve the target of selling 10 million consoles. Based on the console's strong initial momentum, though, some analysts say Nintendo might even do better. Imanaka at Rakuten Securities Research Division said he expects to see 14 million Switches sold. Other market watchers, too, expect the company to beat the target. Many analysts have the impression that Nintendo has learned from its mistakes with its previous console, the Wii U. The company has sought to make it easier to create games for the Switch by expanding the scope of development tools. It is also pushing developers to expand the Switch game lineup quickly. An executive at one software company said Nintendo asked it to introduce major releases as early as possible. I'd like to imagine, like, I don't know, whoever it is, Nintendo goes to some third party and they're like, Mr. Kimishima is here to meet you, and the CEO of that company sits down with the president of Nintendo, and President of Nintendo is like, hey, you know those big games? Make them now for Switch. Thank you for your time. And then, like, it's just funny to think of, like, him going to a company being like, hey, you got to make big games for Switch. Do it. And then that's it. Like, it's not, you know, it's like now how publishers are like, hey, this game needs to get a 90 on Metacritic. Make it happen. You can't do that. You can certainly try, but and obviously we don't get to hear who Mr. Kimishima was talking to, because that is not to be disclosed. Impure Kind says, good. The Switch does need big AAA third-party games, in my opinion. Happy to know he's not too blinkered. Is that a UK thing? Like so many of the fanboys seem to think otherwise.
Blinkers are like blinders?
I don't know. I've come across some UK stuff lately that I've never heard of. I need to have Poopaloop on speed dial and be like, hey, do you people say this? What does this mean?
What's a monkey's breakfast?
What is a monkey's breakfast?
You know, I forget.
Now, can you look that up, please?
What am I looking at?
Monkey's breakfast.
Monkey's breakfast.
Chilled monkey's brains. All right, so
Saying?
monkey. Just look up monkey's breakfast. Before.
Maybe it's like saying all that in a bag of chips. I can't remember.
Oh, this new shirt I have is the monkey's breakfast. I hope it's not that, but that's how we're going to use it anyway.
I think I might be wrong about that.
Yeah, according to Urban Dictionary,
it's when you're with a woman.
Often an insult used to describe a person's over-the-top fashion sense.
Oh my God, and I use shirt as an example.
A variety of mismatched colors. It can be used to describe most things with all sorts of random bright colors.
So everything I wear is monkey's breakfast.
Such as a sick girl's face with too much makeup on it, a bad painting. A monkey's breakfast being an assortment of random fruits picked by a monkey, therefore should only be for a monkey.
There you go. That's
it. Use it in a sentence. Christ, mate, you don't want to wear that out tonight, do you? You'll look like a monkey's breakfast. Or, dude, that bird over there has way too much makeup on. Her face looks like a monkey's breakfast.
Is there another definition?
I think we could go with that.
And that's Urban Dictionary.
Fly, I will reply to YouTube chat. I'm here. What do you want to know? Fly, bring it out. Let's talk. Talk to me, baby. EA, who you might know as Electronic Arts, they make artwork digitally and put it out on the electronic devices. They are now bullish on the Switch, so they say. This is from EA CEO Andrew Wilson. EA is now very bullish on the Switch. They have expressed excitement for the Switch bringing an entirely new ecosystem into the fold, and EA is considering bringing more of its games to the system. So all we know that EA is doing for the Switch right now is FIFA, and EA is like, we love Nintendo. Nintendo's the best. My son's name is Nintendo, whatever the hell that guy. I don't remember what he
I
said.
thought his son's name was Luigi.
That's it, whatever. Luigi Nintendo. And they're like, yeah, we're going to support the system because we're bringing FIFA. Goodbye, everybody. Now, you know, because the Switch is selling phenomenally well. I saw a good article this week that was like, hey, third parties, traditional third parties, you can't ignore the Switch's success now because you were saying, like, we want to see how it does out of the gate, and then we'll consider blah, blah, blah. And a lot of companies are like, 10 million is when we really start to pay attention, and now the system's well on its path to that. So now these companies have to, you know, put up or shut up.
Well, no, they got to think of new excuses.
New excuses. Yeah, that'll be it. Well, when we said 10 million, we need to actually see that number sold first. Why did we make games for other systems before they hit 10 million? You know, we just didn't have anything to do at the time. Fly from the Inside says the Zelda DLC should have included a Tetra outfit for Link. See, I'm paying attention to what you say. Drew, I do try to respond a lot to this chat. Yes, and this chat as well. Like Fire Flames talking right now. I'm looking. And there's a lot going on. I'm not ignoring you guys. I apologize. But anyway, that's what. Oh my God, that's what EA had to say, and it has a positive rating on GoNintendo. There had to be a battle in here. There was, but man, I can't believe that. More of you are happy about what EA said and believe them. Let's see what the first top-rated comment is from Mario Starn, and they say, if this means it won't be another unprecedented partnership, then that's fine. Spoiler, they're just going to dump their casual games onto the platform, aren't they? We will find out. Yeah, unprecedented partnership, if you're not in on that meme, is what EA said about the Wii U, and then they just didn't do anything really. So NVIDIA is very happy about the Switch, obviously, because they provided the guts of the Switch, or at least some of the guts, and they saw a good bit of revenue from it this quarter. It was like something like 320 million or 310 million, all thanks to the Switch. So they're really happy with it. And this comes from their investor Q&A after their financial report. NVIDIA was asked about how the Switch business impacts them and all that stuff, and they had one hell of a statement to say about it. So NVIDIA says, consoles is not really a business to us. It's a business to them, and we're selected to work on these consoles. And if it makes sense and the strategic alignment is great, and we're in a position to be able to do it, because the opportunity cost of building the game console is quite high, the number of engineers who know how to build computing platforms like this, and in the case of Switch, it's just an incredible console that fits in such a small form factor. And it could be both a mobile gaming device as well as a console gaming device. It's just really quite amazing. And they did an amazing job. Somebody asked me a few months ago before it was launched, how I thought it was going to do. And of course, without saying anything about it, I said that it delighted me in a way that no game console had done in the last 10 to 15 years. And it's true. This is a really, really innovative product and really quite ingenious. And if you ever have a chance to get it in your hands, it's just really delightful. Yeah. And in so that case, the opportunity to work on it was just really, really too enticing. We really wanted to do it, but it always requires deep strategic thought because it took several hundred engineers to work on, and they could be working on something else, like all the major initiatives we had. And so we have to be mindful about the strategic opportunity cost that goes along with these. But in the case of the Switch, it's just a home run. I'm so glad we did it, and it was the perfect collaboration for us. So NVIDIA is like, yeah, get over here, Nintendo. Let me make out with you. And I want everybody to see that we're together. So they're really happy about it. And obviously, as long as sales for the Switch keep going, NVIDIA is going to continue to be happy. Jingle Boy quotes Mr. NVIDIA by saying, consoles is not really a business to us. It's a business to them, and we're selected to work on these consoles. And Jingle Boy says, love the enthusiasm. As someone on Facebook said, they probably Let me try this again. They are probably delighted to shift all their unused Tegra and Shield tablet stock.
Aw.
Well, yes, the Shield, the NVIDIA Shield didn't exactly light the sales charts on fire, but who knows? Whatever it is, the end result is NVIDIA is happy to have worked with Nintendo. Hello, Rocket. So Oregano says we're now replacing the unprecedented partnership meme with the "my son is called Luigi" meme. This generation is "my son is called." I love Nintendo. My son is called Luigi. Do you need any more proof? Nope. What do we got here? Famitsu readers have voted for the best action game of all time.
Sorry,
Yes.
wasn't it like his son's middle name or something?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it was his middle name. So that way he can hide his love for Nintendo. No one will know. So this is, according to Famitsu readers, the best action games of all time. So this encompasses all of gaming, not just this generation, all of gaming. So this is the top 20 best action games of all time, according to the readers of Famitsu. That's right, Giant Reggie. Luigi. Number 20, Mega Man 2. Number 19, Super Mario World. Then Muramasa, then Metal Gear Solid 5, then Ocarina of Time, then Kirby, then Devil May Cry, then Metal Gear Solid, then Kingdom Hearts 2, then Metal Gear Solid 3, then Monster Hunter Portable 2nd Generation, then Super Mario 64, then Bayonetta, then Kingdom Hearts, then Dark Souls 3, then Bloodborne, then Okami, then Nier Automata, then The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and number 1 best action game of all time, Super Mario Brothers, the original.
Oh.
So Famitsu readers have a lot of love for Nintendo, it seems, but it's there's definitely a good spread of games throughout all the years there. First comment comes from Mapu2, and they say, most influential maybe.
Are you coming? Yeah, Mapo too.
Not the best, though. Well, Mapu2 disagrees. I kind of disagree, too.
With what, the whole list? Or...
No, Super Mario Brothers being the best action game of all time. I mean, it's a very loose use of the word action, I guess. Encompassing use of it. Because, like, action, I think more along the lines of Nier Automata and Bayonetta, like stuff like that.
Well, it's a very general term.
Yeah, I mean, like, platformer, best platformer, sure, I could go with that. Action, I don't know. I don't know. It's not right or wrong, it's just a poll. Nielsen, who does, TV ratings. Hello, Hylian. TV ratings and video game data and all that stuff. They put out some information about the Switch. They say, according to their poll, which only polled, I forget how many people it was, but it was through surveys on the internet for the first quarter of this year. So that would be January, February, March. According to their poll, 29% of gamers are aware of Switch. I think that number is completely weird. Like, if you're a gamer, even if you don't plan to buy a Switch or you hate Nintendo, I still think you know what the Switch is. Yeah. This is just gamers that 29% of gamers are aware of Switch. That's why I think the timing of this poll matters, because this could involve people in January and February. Before the system came out. So if they weren't following Nintendo at all, then they might not know about it. Like, you wouldn't see ads on TV for the Switch until March. So I guess it's believable then. Now here's the other thing. That's a higher amount than the people that know of the PlayStation 4 Pro and Xbox Scorpio. So PlayStation 4 Pro is out. It's been out for a while, right? Yeah. And Xbox Scorpio coming out later. But really, more people, like, I don't get what kind of gamers these are. They don't know about a system that's out, and they don't know about a system that Microsoft is putting out. I don't know. I feel like if you're a gamer, then you know this stuff. I don't know. 22% of the general population were aware of the Switch by the end of the first quarter of 2017. Now, see, that I believe. 22% of the general population. So they didn't see anything about the Switch until maybe the Super Bowl commercial or following commercials in March. So that I totally get. There's more data from that survey. I think we need to get like from March onwards. So second quarter, those are the numbers I really want to see. Ninty Riff says 29% of gamers. Yeah, that's not right at all. I have a problem with that number as well. I wish they checked out. No, wait, let's see. Yeah, I wish that we got the data on what it was for the other platforms, but like all together, like 3DS and Vita and, you know, things that like put Wii and Xbox 360 and PS3 in there. Like, that should be close to 100% of gamers that know what those are, but they didn't check for that stuff. Nintendo has revealed some of their plans for E3 2017. So you want to know what Nintendo's doing at E3? Because you know how it is. There's people out there that are like, yeah, Nintendo's not doing E3 again this year because they don't do a big presentation, which they haven't done in a long time. Well, they don't do a big live presentation. They do a big pre-recorded presentation. So if Nintendo doesn't put on that stage show live and people are like, no, Nintendo's not at E3. They are again at E3, but they're not doing a live show. Here is what they are doing. Nintendo's activities kick off on June 13th at 9 a.m. Pacific time. So that's their usual time and their usual day. You're going to see your Nintendo Spotlight E3 2017 video presentation. So you can watch that on YouTube, maybe Twitch. Doesn't specifically say Twitch, but maybe Twitch. And that's going to show off Super Mario Odyssey and other Switch games, focusing on content that's launching in 2017. Obviously, there will be other titles in there that aren't going to be 2017. And there will be surprises. But the interesting thing here is it seems like their E3 Spotlight video presentation is going to focus on Switch and not really do too much with 3DS because they're doing their Treehouse Live at E3 segment again. And that's going to be the 13th, the 14th, and the 15th, just like it has been in the past. So live streams from the show floor. And that's going to showcase Switch and 3DS. So you'll see 3DS stuff during there. And they specifically say that's going to be on YouTube and Twitch. In addition to gameplay during the Treehouse Live segments, they will also do behind-the-scenes information and commentary from game developers and members of the Nintendo Treehouse. So pretty much what they've been doing the last couple of years, which has been fantastic. So I'm looking forward to that as a fan, not as someone that has to cover it because it's all day. When Nintendo's booth space opens at noon on June 13th, attendees will be able to check out Super Mario Odyssey as well as other games for the Switch. So it seems like 3DS may not even be on the booth floor. Also, on top of that, you'll be able to check out tournaments for Splatoon 2 and ARMS. They're going to be doing the 2017 Splatoon 2 World Inkling Invitational. That's going to be on June 13th, so you'll check out that. It's going to have 4 pre-qualified squid squads from the U.S., Japan, Europe, and Australia.
Australia.
And the second tournament is the 2017 ARMS Open Invitational, which takes place June 14th, and will feature people playing ARMS. So that's what Nintendo has revealed about their E3 plans thus far. I'm sure they are going to tell us some more details as we get closer. But we are pretty damn close. Oh, my God. Today, we are exactly 1 month away from E3. Kill me now.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Last year, I was like, this is going to be a good E3 because Nintendo's going into the hibernation a little bit. They're not doing anything for the Wii U, really. 3DS is going to be kind of quiet. Be a good E3, and it was because I didn't really have to do much now. I was like, man, next year is going to be terrible because the Switch is going to be out. And here we are. So it's going to be so bad. Top rated comment comes from Hammer. Hammer says, as a Metroid fan, when I die, I want Nintendo to bury me so they can let me down one last time. What a great comment. What a great comment. Maybe we will see something from Metroid at E3. I feel like if there was ever going to be an E3 where there will be something Metroid, this is going to be the one. Something Metroid that, fans are looking for because I know they weren't happy with Federation Force. Federation Farce. Am I right, guys? Oh, I'm not right. They're not right either. I'm looking. Fly says Treehouse is Nintendo employees showing off and playing games. The Treehouse has better info, to be honest, says ZX Billy. Yeah, Treehouse, you do get a lot of interesting information from. Plus, it's fun to see those guys and gals. We don't need to do that. Europe. Nope. North America, this week's digital downloads. What did North America got? We got Minecraft, the Nintendo Switch edition. So while the poor Wii U had to wait forever to get Minecraft, the Switch gets it almost instantaneously. So if you want to get some Minecraft action on the Switch, it is now available, allowing for up to 8 players online to gather together and mine, as well as craft. We also have the Neo Geo game. How do I say this? Garrow, Mark of the Wolves. It's a fighting game. And Elliot Quest has made the jump to 3DS. So kind of a quiet week, but that's because it's headlined by Minecraft. So Minecraft, I don't know if you know this about Minecraft, but it's one of the biggest games.
But it's fun.
Ever. It is fun, yes. Although my mom is like, I don't have time for Minecraft. I'm playing Zelda. Steel Diver says, I'm so excited to download the cool My Nintendo Link calendar. They did mention that here. June, a cool June calendar featuring Link. So if you want that, that's on My Nintendo. It's not just any calendar. It's a cool calendar.
Fun.
Europe, what did Europe get? Oh my goodness gracious. This is a long list. Europe got Minecraft on Switch just as we did. They got NBA Playgrounds. They also got, wait, did our press release not? Maybe it said it last week. They got Dark Witch Music Episode. Oh boy. Rudymical? Rudymical? Rudymical.
That's not a word.
Rudymical.
That's not a word.
I know.
So it doesn't matter.
The popular spin-off from the Dark Witch story is now available on Switch. Play the one-player story mode to defeat all the bosses. Play the versus mode to battle against your friends, and the co-op mode to cooperate. This is a music-based game.
Oh.
I want you to know that. We got that in North America as well. I'm all for music-based games. I love that kind of stuff. They also got Garrow, Mark of the Wolves. So a whole bunch of DLC for Minecraft. I'm not going through all of it, but like literally 1, 2, 3. There's over 10. New 3DS got Triple Breakout and Pixel Hunter. The regular 3DS got Elliot Quest, as we did, and some Pick-a-Pix colored DLC is available. Special offers on a whole bunch of stuff. 3DS Theme Shop got the Brave Dungeon. Is this AI or Owl? Owl. It's got to be Owl. Brave Dungeon Owl theme. The Brave Dungeon. Oh boy, why are these names so weird? Papaline theme. Here we go. Brave Dungeon Rudy theme. Now here's another weird name. Brave Dungeon Stoj. S-T-O-J theme. We got the Brave Dungeon Mary theme, the Brave Dungeon Zizu theme, the Brave Dungeon Rugly theme, the Brave Dungeon Bajol theme. God damn it. And the Brave Dungeon Bundle. You can get all those themes together for $5. Tokidoki's Kaju and Friends theme. Tokidoki's Mufia theme. This theme features Tokidoki's Mufia, led by Mozzarella Latte and the whole Mufia gang. What the fart am I talking about?
Can we take a minute to discuss Spooky Dokies while we're at it?
What are Spooky Dokies?
What? Do you have a childhood? Spooky Dokies were those little beads that you snapped around the spokes on your bike tires. So that if you were going slow, you heard them go. But when you're going fast, they all spun out to the outside and it looked like a blur of color.
I've seen them. I didn't know they were called Spooky Dokies.
Oh my God, my bike was full of them.
Tokidoki's Unicorno theme. The theme features Tokidoki's unicornos living somewhere between the Magic Kingdom and our world. Also, Mom Brain.
Excuse me. Will you look? See, look, Spooky Dokies.
I know what they look like. Yeah, I just didn't know they were called that. Spooky Dokies, yeah. Mom Brain, we have the Hello Kitty is Pretty theme.
Guys, I wore my Hello Kitty socks just for the occasion.
Can't even see. Hello Kitty is Pretty theme. Hello Kitty is a mathematician theme. Hello Kitty is monotone theme. Hello Kitty celebrates M Day, Mom's Day.
You know, the other day I was at ShopRite and the woman who was working at the register looked at a little girl who was being checked out at the register next door to me. And she goes, "Hey, princess, do you want some stickers?" And she gave the little girl like a couple of the, paid stickers.
Yes.
And I looked at the little girl and I went, you don't have to be a princess, right? And she kind of like looks at me. I said, if you want, you could be a scientist and you still get stickers.
I want to be a garbage woman.
So be a garbage woman.
Jurassic Cubs laughing in the wood theme, Jurassic Cubs playing in the wood theme, Jurassic Cubs walking together theme, and the Jurassic Cubs 3-pack theme. Also on Wii U is the Wind Kings. Wind Kings is a 1 to 4 player 2D platformer which throws you in a fantasy Vikings era. Different and unique worlds, characters, enemies, and weapons makes gameplay even engaging. What a weird way to say it. But that's all your European downloads. There's a lot of stuff there. Good Lord. Let's see what you guys have to say. First comment comes from...
I would put Spooky Dokies on my bike today.
You don't have a bike.
I know,
Low Camp, and Low Camp says, Billy Elliot quest. No, seriously, give it a try if you haven't already. And what you see in the trailer might interest you. A fine take to a Zelda 2-esque game. Yes, it is very much like Zelda 2, which is why I enjoyed it so much, because I enjoy Zelda 2. But it's about like an angel, like a Cupid.
An angel.
An angel. So we learned something really cool this week from Tack Floyd over on Reddit. He's the one that's discovered this. So, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, your main quests involve taking back the divine beasts from Ganon, or Ganon's control. Spoiler alert, Ganon's in the game. So, the divine beasts have gone crazy. They've gone rogue. They're under Ganon's control, basically. And they're not doing what they're supposed to do. So Link's got to go in there and fix them. So when you go in there, you hear your first little part of the Divine Beast theme. And each Divine Beast theme is different. They all share similar compositions, but they are different instruments. And Tack Floyd on Reddit noticed something. So these Divine Beasts are in distress. They need to be helped.
They don't want to act out.
They don't want to act out. Bad parent, Ganon. So they have a very interesting way of reaching out to let people know, or let Link or the other champions know that they are in trouble. If you listen to their themes, the first part of their themes, hidden in the background of each theme is the SOS signal in Morse code, which I think is really cool. It's a part of each
totally
thing.
Rad.
So let's do SOS. Let's see it. Oh, wrong way. You can hear it. So that's the... No, this is going to play forever. So that's the SOS theme. SOS theme. That's SOS in Morse code. Now I'll let you hear the theme. I'll tell you right when it's going to come up. It's very faint in the background, but you definitely hear it. All right, get ready.
There it was.
Here it comes again. It's tucked away in there, and it, like I said, it's in all the themes. I love that kind of stuff, man. I love those little hidden things. And Nintendo does a lot of... That's enough.
Turn it off!
Nintendo does a lot of that in their Zelda franchise. They hide a lot of themes and little hidden stuff in their music for the game. So go in there and listen to them for yourself. And somebody else brought up a good point. If you're struggling to hear it, wear headphones. And if you're still struggling to hear it, it seems it seems that it only plays in the right speaker. So listen to your right earbud alone, and you should hear it even better. Dematador says dit da 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 dit, which is how you say it in Morse code. And Dematador says apparently somebody was asking for help through Tunak Tune. Well, I mean that's perfectly fine with me.
What if it?
What does Illuminati have to do with anything?
It's probably they've been captured. Tunak was captured by the Illuminati.
Why are you saying this?
Secretly, because that's what all the kids at school are talking about.
They're talking about the Illuminati. They're not talking about
yeah, I had a fifth
2.2.
grader taking the park a couple weeks ago, and he just stops what he's doing and like slams on the desk, and I'm like, what? And he looks at me and he shows me like there's like 3 threes right in a row, and he does the like triangle over his eye, and then he just slowly goes like this under the table. I'm like, dude, you gotta get back to work, or I gotta like fill out paperwork saying this is irregular.
Because you saw me, or you at least heard me watching something about the Illuminati the other day. I found out about this. It's been going on for at least 2 seasons on YouTube. It's a BuzzFeed channel because there's like 8 million of them. But there's a BuzzFeed series called Unsolved, and they look at all like kooky mysteries and stuff. And it's 2 people. One of the guys is like really open to conspiracy theories and all kinds of wacky ideas, and the other one's like just straight laced. This is BS kind of stuff. So I've been watching some of those. One of them was about the Illuminati. One was about the Bermuda Triangle. One of them was about the Men in Black, the real life Men in Black, the supposed real life Men in Black. No. I don't know. You should read. You should watch the video. Get some interesting information.
No, because I won't sleep because something will scare me.
But yeah, that's where my conversation came up from. And also, there's a final top story about the cost of Switch games, and we had an analyst reach out to us, and they said
an analyst or a super analyst?
Just an analyst.
Well,
we had an analyst, a trustworthy analyst, reached out to me who I've had contact with over the years, and they said the information on Switch isn't correct. They didn't say how off the base it was, but there's also information in that post about how much it costs to make a 3DS, a Wii U, and a Wii game. And he said, I can't comment on the other ones, which means those are correct. So I left the post up because you can get accurate information on how much it costs to make, or how much it costs to physically produce a 3DS cartridge and a Wii U and a Wii disc. And that includes the cost of the packaging as well. So that's why I left the post up. I updated it to let people know the numbers for Switch weren't correct. But if you want to get details on the other ones, you can, because those are correct, although the analyst can't officially say that. Read between the lines. And you know what it says? Illuminati.
Probably.
Probably, definitely. Man, again, we're just at an hour. Rob Safi is whistling the X-Files theme. Yes, it's appropriate. Let's do an Illuminati podcast every week.
Okay.
We can talk about places we saw the eye and triangle.
Like on the Lansdowne Trail. You guys seen that one?
No.
Well, you know,
it's there. It's there. I Snapchatted it to you before.
I don't remember.
It's there. There's a trail that starts near us by in a lumber yard, and you run underneath Route 78, and on the like concrete, whatever that holds up Route 78.
You look like you're waving goodbye to it.
Goodbye. There's like a bunch of spray painting, and one of them is the Illuminati eye. And I think that someone wrote Illuminati underneath it, but I think they misspelled it. Locam
says, Illuminati podcast, start by talking about Gravity Falls. Yes, Gravity Falls has a lot of content about the Illuminati, and one of the characters is specifically like the eyeball and the triangle, which looks like a pyramid.
Isn't that the show with the girl?
I think he's wearing like a top hat, too.
The girl that you think is me?
Mabel acts like you, yes. Mabel is a cartoon. I think her name's Mabel. She's a cartoon version of you, yes.
So she's really rad.
And I haven't seen every episode, but for many of them, she has a little pet pig. I forget the pig's name. It's something funny.
It's a small pig?
Yeah. It's not like a big fat pig. Yeah, it's a small pig.
What color is it?
Pink. What do you mean? Gravity Falls people. What's the pig's name? Somebody help me out.
Yeah, it's sometimes they got like polka dots and stuff.
No, it's just a pink pig.
But I would love to have a pig.
A
pig. You know what? Man, did I tell you he made my favorite cat noise the other day when I squeezed him?
Did he fart?
No, he went like this. That's my favorite cat noise.
Waddles. The pig's name is Waddles.
That's so good.
Thank you, Bankerin. There you go. That's a good name for a pig. Yes. All right, that's our top stories for this week. Let's talk about. Thank you, Rachel, as well. That's our top stories. Let's talk about what we played. Kirby, you play anything?
No.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Curry, did you play anything? No. Okay. Mom Brain, did you play anything?
Yeah.
What'd you play?
Breath of the Wild.
Fangs the Wolf. I am very excited for DuckTales, yes. I'm just sad that What's-His-Face is dead, but I don't think they were going to have him do the voice anyway. So, I'm just sad that old what's-his-face is dead. That's
what I'm
terrible
gonna
to
say.
say.
That's your eulogy.
Yeah, right.
I'm gonna get up there.
God,
and
I
say,
miss what's-his-face.
But the guy who's going to be voicing him is actually Scottish, right?
I believe that's what
So
I've
that's
read,
kind of
yes.
cool.
Start.
All right, Mom Brain, go ahead.
Well, it's by the Wilds. And I don't know. So tomorrow, I'm hanging out with Aiden all day, and because I'm not cool and he's a teenager, I'm gonna have to find some other ways to
You're not
occupy
bringing
myself.
the Switch.
Oh, I was gonna play a little more tomorrow, but I guess not.
No, because I needed to record footage for a review.
So I played Breath of the Wild. I just did, a little farting around. Nothing too serious. My head's not totally in the game. It's congested. But it was a really nice way to spend my morning today. I don't want to say too much. I don't want to.
And that's all you played, right?
Yes.
Okay. Thanks, Aubrey. So what did I play this week? I put in a lot of time with games, but I didn't play too many games. But what I did play, I gotta talk about, man, because
breathe it in.
It's good stuff. So I played. So World to the West is coming to the Wii U.
It's called West.
And it might come to the Switch, but it is out right now. It came out May 5th on, I believe, PC, but Xbox One and PS4 as well. And the developer, Rain Games, was nice enough to send me a review copy for Xbox One. Because I said, I know it's not out on Wii U yet, and I know you're considering Switch, but I want to cover the game now and get people excited about it now for when it does hit Wii U and then maybe Switch. So that's what I plan on doing. I'm going to record footage either tomorrow or the day after. But I've been playing World to the West, and this is the best way I can describe the game. It's a combination of old school Zelda, as in top-down. So that type of gameplay where you fight monsters and you solve puzzles. It's that combined with the Lost Vikings back from the 16-bit days. So the Lost Vikings, which was on Genesis and Super Nintendo and PC probably, done by Blizzard.
That's right.
You had 3 Vikings, and each Viking, you controlled all 3 of them, but one at a time. And each Viking had abilities that the other ones didn't have. So like one had a shield to block attacks and could also use it to float down. And I think he could fart too, to jump. And another one, it could run really fast and could jump super high. And the other one had a bow and arrow, and I think he could, I don't know. One of them could run like head first into stuff. But all the levels had enemies, but they were giant puzzles as well. And you had to figure out how to use the 3 characters in conjunction with one another to get to the end of a level. And this is what World of the West is like, except it's one big open world. And you use the characters together to access new areas. So one character uses her scarf to like stun enemies, but then she also gets the ability to use mind control on the enemies, so you can take control of the monsters and use their abilities to get into new areas or attack other enemies. There's another character that can dig, and they dig a hole, and you can climb. You can crawl around underground to access new areas. What?
Just being nosy. And
there's also, he gets something that lets you ice skate over any water. So he turns water into ice and can skate across it. I just got to another new character, but I haven't even used them yet. There's a character I'm forgetting. It's the character you first start out with, but I haven't played as them since the beginning because they're not open to me.
He's called Mario. You start out as Mario.
What does that character do? They have like a staff that you can hit creatures with. Oh, and there's platforms they can jump off of that other characters can't. That's what it is. So the story is introducing you to each character. So I got introduced to the first character and played as him for a real little bit. Then I played as the digging guy a lot. Then I played as the mind control person a lot. And then you find out through the story that there's these totems where all the characters can warp to and combine together to work together in areas to access new content. So like I said, it's Zelda plus that stuff put together. Really great. I love the art style. the art style is kind of like Popeye, or maybe even like older than that, like Betty Boop, kind of that art style. So it's not really an art style you see utilized a lot. And this is in 3D. It's not 2D. And hold on a second before I lose it. It's kind of like the art style is a little bit like the art style you see in Cuphead, which is coming to Xbox One. Yes, Mom Breen.
Did you know that my grandfather loves Betty Boop?
I did. You have told me many times.
And that he has a hat pin of Betty Boop, completely nude, with her legs spread.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, class act right there. He like wore it on a hat. I mean, not everywhere he went. He knew when not to wear it, but really, when do you wear a naked spread eagle Betty Boop pin on your hat?
I mean,
my cousin's visiting him right now. I should ask
Betty
her
Boop?
to send me a Snapchat.
So the game is fantastic. It's really well done, and the soundtrack is really good. The soundtrack, I guess, feels like it's from that era as well. It's just really well done. So I was watching footage of the game and the trailers, and I was like, man, this looks like it's something special. I really am interested in checking this out and trying to spread the word on it. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm going to have a video feature coming up on the channel. It'll definitely be this week, without a doubt. There's just so much stuff coming up this week. I don't know when I'm allowed to. The Fire Emblem Echoes review, I think, is Tuesday morning at like 11 a.m. East Coast. Don't quote me on that. It's definitely this week. But Fire Emblem Echoes, I've been putting a lot of time into. I can't talk about it, obviously. But our review is going to come. I'm not going to be able to do footage of the game because I don't have a capture unit for the 3DS, but I'll have trailers and stuff to go along with my audio for the review. So first and foremost, I have to focus on that. But I've been doing World to the West too, because I want to hop on that while it's still new and fresh, and we still have time for it coming to the other systems. So I just want to bring some attention to that.
And was it called World to the West?
I don't know yet.
Oh, right.
I can tell you that you go through a teleporter, and the teleporter breaks, and you go to this new place, and then all the characters are working together to get to somewhere. Like you're destined, you four characters that don't know each other are destined to come together and go somewhere. So I'm figuring later in the story you'll hear that stuff. So I'm playing that, and then also I checked out Dead Cells. Have you heard of Dead Cells?
No.
You are gonna like it. I guarantee it. So Dead Cells, the developers behind Dead Cells are really, 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 really interested in bringing the game to Switch. So much so that they made their own fake Switch box art and had the game, like a screenshot of the game, on a Switch unit. They really want to make it happen. They're trying to make it happen. So I posted about that on GoNintendo. And I thought I had heard of Dead Cells in passing, but I didn't know much about it. And the what is it, the beta version, I guess, or maybe it's the alpha, I don't know, came out on Steam. And I was like, well, let me look into it because of this post that I did on GoNintendo. And I watched the trailer, and I was like, man, this is right up my alley. So Dead Cells is basically Castlevania. It's 2D, and it's got sprites, but they're like very, very detailed, like really well animated, lots of really awesome lighting and stuff like that. But it plays like Castlevania, but there's a very big difference. There's certain portions of the castle. Every time you go into the castle, it has the same portions, but those portions of the castle are randomly generated. So every time you play the castle, you'll go into the same sections in the same order. There's some branching paths in there, but the design of those sections are going to be completely different. So it's like a Castlevania that is new each time you play it, basically. So like you'll go from like the sewers to like the outside wall to like the castle tops to there's other places you can go to. Like I said, there's branching paths, and those sections don't change in their name and their design as far as overall aesthetic, but the actual layout of the levels are completely different each time. And the game is about you earning abilities, and you don't lose those when you die. So when you die, you have to go all the way back to the beginning. but you come back with like, there's an ability that lets you grow vines to reach new areas. When you come back to life, you still have that ability. And you'll earn other things along the way. So it's all about like picking up weapons and abilities as you go. So while you won't start off with those weapons, when you die and come back, you will have like a collection of them to see what ones you have gotten. And you can level those up through a certain character that you meet along the way to make them stronger. So like grenades will be like level 1 to level 2 to level 3 and stuff like that. And you randomly find them. So you never know what you're going to find in one playthrough. Like one playthrough, I found a regular grenade and an ice grenade, so I could throw it at an enemy and freeze them, and then throw the other one and stun them.
Throw it at an
and
enemy.
they each have like a recharge time, so you can't just keep spamming them.
Throw it at an enemy.
Then you can level up your health. You can level up your cooldown time on these items, and you can level up your overall strength. And those things reset when you die. But yeah, for all intents and purposes, it's a randomly generated Castlevania, which really adds into the replay value, and it's so addictive. Plus, you have, you know, swords, and there are whips, and there's daggers, and bow and arrow, and magic spells like freezing enemies, and grenades, and flashbangs, and all different kinds of stuff. And there's boss battles, and there's all different types of enemies. They got something really cool. There's an enemy that casts the shield around other enemies, and the enemy just looks like a dummy, like a wooden dummy, and you have to go beat that up before you can actually kill the other enemies. But yeah, like I said, it's randomly generated, so you're going through all areas that you've only ever seen once. You're going to see them once, and then when you die, you'll never see them again. So yeah, I'm really hoping it comes to the Switch. Like the developers know, it would be a perfect fit for Switch. It just would work so well on the platform. So I'm sure at some point it's going to happen. But you can play it, not the full game, but you can play the, what it's called. I forget what it's called on Steam, but you can play it on Steam right now, and I'm loving it. It's really, really good. Great soundtrack, all of it. It's like, if you like Castlevania, you're going to be in love with this game. And we haven't had a 2D Castlevania in a long time. A really long time. So if you're looking to get that fix before, God damn it, Bloodstained comes out, this is going to be your fix. So yeah, like I said, hopefully that does come to Switch, because it would be perfect. And then there's other stuff on Switch that I'm playing that I can't talk about, that I will be able to talk about with you. Well, I guess I can talk about it, just can't show it or give you any details. I can tell you I'm playing Ultra Street Fighter 2 on Switch, but the review for that is a good ways off. And I'm finding time for Minecraft. I know you guys don't want to hear too much about Minecraft because we all know what it is, but I'm playing Minecraft on Switch, and it's Minecraft. I love Minecraft. I love Minecraft. So yeah, I'm super busy with stuff. The YouTube channel is going to be really busy this week. And all that stuff gets posted on GoNintendo as well. So yeah, playing lots of stuff. I know I'm missing things in there. Oh, I played something and I completely forgot about it. I played more NBA Playgrounds this week just for some fun, just because I like that game. I know I'll remember when the show's over, but that's some of the stuff that I've been playing. Oh, yes. I knew I was going to forget something. I've been playing Thimbleweed Park.
That sounds like a lovely
with
name.
our friend Greta, because our friend Greta is super, super into Maniac Mansion and those type of games. And I said, did you know there's a game coming out made by one of the guys who made Maniac Mansion, and it looks and plays just like that? And she was like, what? So I showed it to her, and she's like, we got to play it. So she came over a few days ago when we were playing Thimbleweed Park on Xbox One, and she's coming over later today to play some more. So I'm playing that, and yeah, if you like those old LucasArts style adventure games, then you would love this game. Except,
yeah, I'd like to watch her play.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. This one's all voice acted, and it still has the same, you know, cheesy jokes and the same type of puzzles in it. Like there's one puzzle where you need to get upstairs in a library, but the library is off limits because the stairs are out of order, and the joke is, how could stairs really be out of order? Yeah. So you have to figure out how to get there, and the way you get up there is by removing the sign that says out of order, And the character's like, well, if the sign doesn't say it's out of order, then I can go up there. So she just takes the sign down, and then you can go upstairs. But yeah, it's that similar type of game. You know, it looks exactly the same. It plays exactly the same with the text commands that you click on and then click on things in the game screen. And the characters are really cool and well done. There's like 2 characters that are basically Mulder and Scully. There's another character that's like Krusty the Clown if Krusty cursed all the time. So he's like a real like angry, annoyed clown. There's like a nerdy character that wants to be a game developer when she grows up. It's got a lot of Twin Peaks references in it too. There's a lot of stuff in it. I don't want to spoil things. It's good.
It's next weekend.
I know. If you like those type of games, you will like this one. So I've been playing that. All right. I think that's it. Mom Brain.
Uh-huh.
We could do music now if you're so inclined.
I am so inclined.
Oh, careful with that cable, please.
I know. I'm doing the best I can.
I mean, I think it must have been that old cable because this one is working flawlessly. Liquid Metal says, do you think Super Mario Odyssey will push the Switch to the limit? I still think we haven't seen the Switch's full potential. I think it will push the Switch a lot. I don't know if it'll be to its limit, but yes, it should be a technical showcase for what the Switch does.
One. It's from Nico Darunia.
Well, this is from Super Nintendo, but it's not the Super Nintendo version of Mario Kart. So I guess it's 8 or 8 Deluxe.
8. It's Mario Kart. That was from Nico Darunia. This one comes from Rat Mastered.
Donkey Kong Country.
Yep.
I wasn't sure if it's 1 or 2. This is a minecart level?
Uh-huh.
Because I can hear the minecart landing.
It's called Minecart Madness.
The minecart landing in Donkey Kong Country games, the originals anyway, it's one of my favorite noises in games ever. It doesn't sound anything like that would sound like in real life, but it's a great noise.
How
It's
do you
like,
know what a minecart landing sounds like in real life?
well, I know it wouldn't sound like the noise in this game. The noise in this game is like clank. No, it's like kang, kang. It's a weird noise. I don't know how. I can't do it. You do sound effects. Kang, kang. So whatever. Now I want to find it on YouTube.
This one comes
I'll
from
play it. We'll do that in the after show.
Alien Boy VA.
Like a 10-hour loop of just that noise.
Gangnam Style. What is this? What's system?
3DS.
I got no idea. I don't even have a guess. All right, we got nothing.
Heavenly Rhythms.
Oh, why didn't we think that? I've only just started playing it a couple weeks ago, so I haven't gotten there yet.
This one comes from Blood Ocean 07.
What system is this? Oh, this sounds familiar.
SNES.
Yeah, it sounds like
Toy Story.
It is.
oh wow.
I thought so. That beginning. Play the beginning for me again. Thought of Randy Newman with the beginning, yeah. You gotta play the beat.
This next one comes from Game Freak 613.
This is Twilight Princess, the Lost Woods?
Sacred Grove.
Whatever. Oh, let it go, because I like the little thing that happens in the background. It's like, boop, 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 boop. Yeah, there it is. I really like this part of that game. Kind of gave me like a creepy feeling. Okay.
This next song comes to us from Nintendo Boy.
You got a Toy Story. Oh, that made me laugh so much. It's like this is any freeform made-for-TV Christmas movie.
Nope.
Is that a Casey and his brother song?
No.
What system? I don't even know.
3DS.
Right? Oh, mankind. That's oh, 3DS. Is it winter related?
The game is not, but this particular part of the game is winter. I mean,
This isn't first party, right?
Yeah, it's first party.
Oh boy. How about Mario and Sonic?
Mario's in it.
Mario Party.
Nope.
Okay.
All right. Don't too enthusiastic.
It's on 3DS. Where? Oh yeah, I dropped it pretty good last night. Is Luigi in it?
Probably, yeah, for sure.
Oh, this part's that part was familiar.
The whole garden's probably in it.
Is it Paper Mario?
Nope.
Is it? And it's not the sports game. How about yeah, it's Sports Superstars. It's a sport. Mario Golf. What other sports 3DS game is there with Mario in it? It's not Mario Sports Superstars.
Nope.
Sports.
Is there a Mario Golf?
Yeah, but I said
Nope.
she said no. Okay, sports. It's not the Olympics.
No.
There was a golf, but it's not golf. It's not a party game. He didn't. It's not a racing game. He hasn't done basketball on 3DS. He hasn't done football. He hasn't done. There wasn't a baseball.
If there was, this isn't it.
Soccer, no. What other sport is there?
Oh my god, it feels like the only one that you haven't guessed.
Oh, tennis! There's
Yes,
tennis!
there's tennis!
Mario tennis.
Goddamn tennis!
Open? Yes! Dear Lord. Yeah, it's a bad song. Like, that's a bad video game
It's
song.
like making me feel sicker.
It's one of those syrupy, sweet, like, oh.
So there was that.
I like it.
This was from Wired.
Big Tracy?
No.
Got that vibe. Deja Vu.
Nightshade?
Nope.
What's the other one that's not Deja Vu? Uninvited? All right, I'm out. Oh, is this NES or Game Boy?
I think it's NES, but hold on.
There's Uninvited, Deja Vu, and then
It is one word.
Shadow.
Shadow Game.
No.
Okay, all three of those eliminated.
It is
Good.
NES.
Okay. God, what is
Is
it?
it licensed?
I don't think so.
It's got to have some kind of mystery vibe to it, or gumshoe detective vibe. Is this true?
I don't know.
can't not be detective mystery related somehow.
It might be.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Oh, good guess. Is it like a Bugs Bunny game?
No. I said it's not licensed.
Oh, yes.
yeah.
Sorry. I mean, it'd just be a guess. I don't have an answer. Do you have another guess?
No. All out of guesses.
We'll take the miss on this one.
Gotcha.
I
Ironically.
know gotcha, but I would have never guessed it.
Gotcha.
Gotcha, Danny.
This next one comes from Armored Frog.
Well, we both know this one.
We all know it. Someone at this table knows stuff. Looking at it. What is it?
It's Shantae, but I need to guess which one. I'm gonna say Risky's Revenge.
No.
Oh, Half Genie Hero.
No.
Oh, it's terrible.
What I was doing last night.
Shantae watching Archie. Why can't I think of the name of the Shantae games? This is terrible.
The first time I ever did that.
Shantae and the Pirate's Curse.
Yeah.
I will explain this later.
Okay.
It's not anything gross or weird.
You
For the
cursed like a
record.
pirate?
No.
Man, I can't believe I couldn't remember the name of Pirate's Curse.
So proud of myself.
Half Genie Heroes coming to the Switch.
This one comes from Glitter Bubble 3.
This has a licensed feel to
It
it.
is.
This has to be like a real song or something. NES licensed. What is it? Yeah.
The song makes me feel like Sunday night. I'm gonna be here.
What do you mean? What does that mean?
Makes me feel like Sunday night, like desperate and sad and lonely.
It sounds
It's like a happy bouncy song. Rocketeer.
No.
Licensed. Fun, not like Sunday night.
Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
No.
The Simpsons.
No.
Fester's Quest.
Gremlins 2. It's not. It's certainly. I can't think of it being any comic book related character.
It's a comic character.
Dick Tracy. It's a comic character. Bucky O'Hare.
Nope.
What the hell? Wolverine.
Nope.
Wolverine's Day Out. Felix the Cat.
Nope.
Oh, I really thought that was going to be it. Comic book character that's fun.
It's not a book. It's a comic.
Oh. Those two Vikings.
Nope.
You know, the fat Viking and the skinny Viking.
ID.
Wizard of Id.
Wait, who are the two Vikings?
The Olaf and no, you're thinking of I know it's like asterisk and obelisk or something.
Oh, okay. They're not Vikings, they're Gauls.
Whatever. I clearly know nothing about them. This is Andy Cap, the game about Andy Cap
And his
beating
hot
his
rods.
wife. Comic. Ziggy.
5,
Catherine.
4,
Catherine.
3,
No.
2,
Come on, don't do this to us.
1.
It's Gilbert. It's
You're wrong.
no.
It's over.
Come on, don't ruin it.
No.
Can I have one more guess?
I'm not giving you a point if you get it. Because now you've gotten so many hints.
Can I have one more guess?
Yes.
Okay. It's a comic. Garfield.
No.
Oh.
Popeye?
No.
Go ahead.
Snoopy's Silly Sports Spectacular.
Ah, damn it! How did I not think of Snoopy?
This last song comes from Mikey3319.
Snoopy Doopy.
Spoopy.
I love Spoopy. Peanuts and Spoopy.
The new Peanuts comic.
All right, so this has a Super Nintendo feel to it.
Yeah.
It's epic. Okay, it could be. Is it an Enix game or a SquareSoft game?
I don't know.
Excellent. It's Evo. This is Evo. Search for whatever. Okay. This is definitely ActRaiser 2.
No, it's not.
This is definitely what are you getting? Like kind of am I getting Outer Space 5 here? Epics?
I don't know.
Is this licensed? Could be licensed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Terminator game?
Yeah, I got that vibe exactly.
It's not Terminator.
Is it Arnold Schwarzenegger?
I don't think so.
Oh no.
I can't say for sure.
It's got that. Yeah, I don't know why it sounds like Terminator, but I get that feeling. So this is a movie?
Yes.
Okay. Lawnmower Man.
Yes.
Oh my god. Listen,
Man, I was thinking of things. This is honestly how I thought of it. I was thinking of things in my head that look like the Terminator, and Lawnmower Man popped into my head. That's a
You
good
got 7.
soundtrack. That's a bad game, isn't it? That sounded like a really
bad
good
game
soundtrack.
based on a bad movie.
You got a 7.
We wanted to stay in step with the film, so we made a bad game.
In keeping with the spirit of the film, we made our game very bad.
But with,
Nearly
but
unplayable.
with good music. Oh, yeah, I like that song. 7 out of how many? 10?
Yeah.
I like it. Where can people send music?
GN podcast music at gmail.com.
Where?
GN podcast music at gmail.com.
All right. That's a show.
That's a show.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Stay for the after show where we listen to a minecart noise. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Gang, gang.
Did you say Rachel was in the chat?
Yes. She was. I'm sure she's still there.
No, tell her I said hi.
Oh, she can hear you.
Oh.
And now this
Hi.
file name is. Why you do that? No.
That's the file name?
The file name is Rachel. All right. Let us.
Track down
Stop.
that noise.
Lenny and Carl. Yeah, I'm gonna.
Guys, I have to go to Costco.
I'm sorry.
What?
I do.
I want to go to Costco.
Why don't we all go to Costco?
All right. You can all go
Can
to
you get in
Costco.
touch with Greta and see what her plan is? Please? But first, now what about Donkey Kong?
But first, the real important business.
Instead of Donkey Kong, I typed in Doomy, D-O space M-E-Y. Doomy Kong. Donkey Kong. Boy, this keyboard. Country. Mine. Now, how am I going to get, like... It's just going to give me the song. All right, here we go. That's it.
Oh,
Yeah. I love that noise. Just something about it.
Yeah.
Really? That's your favorite?
It's one of my favorites, yes, without a doubt. I don't know if it's because I have such like fond memories tied to it, because
Oh, yeah.
the later Minecraft levels are so hard, or they were back then for me. I just heard that noise a lot. But if I played that noise for my sister, she would know too, because she loves the minecart levels. Oregano, I think that's great news. I'm happy that that so many Switch owners are going to support the game, because that's a niche title. And I'm glad to see pre-orders alone being so well. So maybe
Pre-orders are being so well.
Being so good. So maybe the game, like when it actually releases, between pre-orders and just walk-in purchases or downloads without pre-order, could hit 200K. That's really good. I'm really happy for them. I'm sad Japan didn't pick up on it. I don't know what their deal is over there. Maybe they're just tired of the franchise, but maybe it's starting to pick up steam here. We're talking about Disgaea. Disgaea 5 Complete is coming to Switch. And Disgaea, while a notable franchise for NIS America, it's not like a huge franchise, but they announced that the title has over 110,000 pre-orders for the Switch version, which is awesome. Yeah, you heard it here, Low Camp. Donkey Kong Barrel Ride is confirmed for 2018. Just like in here, it's going to be all different things that you ride on the minecart tracks to hear what noises they make, and that's all there is to it. Thanks everybody that joined us live today. The show's done exporting. Sergio ALB 64 pre-ordered Disgaea. Well, he says, guess who pre-ordered?
Wait, it was Sergio ALB 64
Dumpkin Spice.
The number one Dumpkin Spice
That's
fan?
right. The number one and only Dumpkin Spice fan. Yeah, thanks for watching and listening. Hope you had a great time, because we did. And we should see you next week. What do you do here? There you go. We should see you next week. I don't think next week, but the week after, Nikki Hill should be at the podcast. So if you've been missing Nikki Hill, he will be around. He sends his love. I probably should have said that during the regular show, but I didn't. So yeah, regular time next week it should be. And thank you. And we will see you next week, and have some fun and play some games and relax and take it easy and see friends and family. And we'll see you later. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.